In today's video, we'll start with a simple yet powerful POC. We are going to create a brand new Pega application, build a data type, and then expose it as an API-enabled data page that allows CRUD operations, create, read, update, and delete directly from the portal. By end of this video, you will clearly understand how data flows in Pega from the UI layer through data pages and down to the system of record or database. This is the foundation for every scalable BPM application. For this demo, I'll go with a simple product management app, something every business can relate to. All right, let's jump right into the Pega application and start building our app step by step. We'll create the data type, configure it as an API-enabled data page, and finally connect it to the portal UI to perform CRUD operations. Let's get started. So for this demo, I'm using Oracle VirtualBox Manager in which I have my VM installed, which is Pega 24.2. You can also take this version from LSA course in academy.pega.com. I think it's in the LSA Mindset module where you can go and download the OWA file and then install Oracle VirtualBox in your local machines and import the VM. So which will give you a 24.2 version up and running. So here, before I actually go through the application, let's see what all we get in the VM. So the info page is where you will find the administrator username and the password for the first time logging into the Pega. So let's get started and log into the Pega. So it navigates you to the Pega Dev Studio. This is the administrator portal, which comes directly from the platform. Now let's go to the App Studio. Now let's create a new application. Like I said, we wanted to create something related to product management system. So here we have a multiple options, which is build from blueprint or a create a blueprint, and then build from scratch and build from an existing application. So blueprint and how blueprint works and all, we can explore it in upcoming videos. But let's start with building it from scratch. So the default option here is Constellation UI. So we are going to use the Constellation UI for our application. So as my application is product management system, let me put it as PRMS. And if you go to the advanced configuration, you can see the organization name, division unit name. If you want to give them, you can also give them. So for now, what I would use is the BPM Hub with our channel name. So as a best practice, the organization name is truncated to 4 characters over here, as you can see. And right now, I don't want to give any division or unit name since this is the first application I'm creating. Let's consider this as an organization application. So let's save this and let's create a new application. So as soon as you create a new application, on a high level, what all rules will be get created is the application instance, and then your rule sets and rule set versions are also created and instantiated for you to work on. As it's for the first time, it will take a little time. So we have to wait. Now let's add one admin user. Let's give him as admin at the rate of PRMS. Okay. As soon as you add, you get 2 options over here, whether to log off, or we can go to the Dev Studio and look at the rules that are created. Let's go to the Dev Studio and let's go to the applications. Here you can see the PRMS application has been created, and also we have created certain user as well, right? So we'll go and check that as well. So the default rule sets are PRMS and PRMS int, and my organization rule set is nothing but BPMH and BPMH int. And we are developing this application on Constellation, hence the Constellation over here. So let's go to the organization and check the operator ID that we have created. So I have created admin at the rate of PRMS. Let's go and check it. So it says the access group, it automatically created PRMS authors and it mapped it to the PRMS application that we have just seen. So I'll try to use this user for creating the data type and then enabling the CRUD operations on the portal. So first of all, let's associate a rule set to it. Why we do that is like whenever we shift the application to any other environment. So if you include this rule set, automatically the operator IDs also will go with this rule set. Otherwise, they will not be moved to the next applications. So for ease of usage, I'll remove the force password change on next login and I'll update the password to rules. Let's log off from this application and log in with the PRMS admin. As soon as you log in with admin at the PRMS, the default portal that comes up is the Pega App Studio. So Pega encourages all the development to do through App Studio as it is a low-code platform. Even citizen developers like our business analyst and data analyst should be able to create application, make small modifications to the data types and the case types. We'll go through all those details in upcoming videos. So for now, like I said, let us create a data type. Let's navigate to the data and then add a data object. Let's name it as product. Okay. So the options are define source data now or later. We'll go with now. And then if it is Pega, we'll create a Pega. If it is an integration, we will have to create new. So we'll go with integrations in upcoming videos. For now, let's go with Pega. Let me add category. Let me have it as a local list, which is nothing but pick list. Let me add as the category as electronics, fashion, health. For now, let's stick with these three choices and let's submit and add another. Let's add quantity. I'll put this as integer. I'll submit. So now whenever I do a CRUD operation, I want to add the product name and then the category of the product and the quantity that is available, right? So now let's go to the primary fields. See, as you can see, we have three fields already added, and let's select primary fields. Why we have to select the primary fields, right? So wherever in views, if you add a primary fields, now if you don't want everything to shown, if I add primary fields, like I said earlier, it will populate all the fields that we put it as a primary fields over here. The global unique ID also have made it as a primary one. Now let's go to the UX tab again and see all the four fields which are defined as primary fields will come up in the product list. Now, if you don't want everything to be shown, you can also add individual fields as well. For example, I want to show name category only, then I can select them as well. For now, let's put it as a primary fields for the list page. Let's go back. And the other important views are the create view and the edit view. The create view is something like from the portal, if you're trying to expose this data type and you're trying to create a new record, then this view will automatically get populated. Now, here also you can add your own fields or you can add primary fields. But I want the PYGUID to be automatically generated, so I don't want to add the primary fields directly. Rather, I want to add the ones which I want to edit. For example, like name, category, and then quantity. Similarly, for edit, I mean, if there's already a record added, now you want to edit it, then that's when this view get populated. So even in edit also, you can select what fields you want to edit. So right now it is given as primary fields. You don't want PYGUID to be edited by the user. So let's say I want to edit only the quantity, name, and category. You can reorder as per your wish. Let's save it. Now that you have completed the UX part of it, I mean, like when you are putting this data type onto the portal, how the list should be populated, how the create form should be populated, how the form should be populated. We have done that. And also we have done the default settings. So when you put this data type and when you expose this data type to the portal, these default data pages will kick in and bring the records to you. Now, the other important part that we have to do is, let's go back to the Dev Studio once. So if you go to the data types, so here you can see the product, and then we have list product data page and the page type of product and then savable type of product. So now the other important part that I was saying is you have to make these data pages to API. The status of it should be API. Why? Because the Constellation architecture mandates that data interactions, both read and write, go through API enabled data pages. So yes, if you are using a Constellation UI, defining data page is an API is not optional. So it's part of the design pattern. So let me make all these three data pages to API. Let me save this. Now let's go back to the Dev App Studio. I have come to the Dev Studio because you will not get that option of making them to API in App Studio for now. So yeah. Now, like I said, I want to expose this data type to the end user. So as soon as we create an application, some channels might already gets created. So let's go through the channels. Channel is nothing but where the a user or or bot or any agent or any background agent will run. So or for example the web embed also. So those are all the portals and the channels and interfaces are nothing but from where the application gets triggered. So currently these are the two portals that are automatically created as soon as we created an application. So let's go to the work portal and let's try to add the product list that we have created, the product we have created, and expose it onto the portal. So now this is the main navigation. So as soon as you open the end portal, these are the four left hand side tabs that you will see. Now I want to add a new landing page. So in 24 and 23 and above, we call them as landing pages. So let me add one landing page with the name product, and let me put it as one column for now and submit. Now let's add the product data type to the region A. So here, from here, you can see there are three options to add: widget, view, and insights. Since we have created a data type and its corresponding views, we'll go to the views and then select the product list view, which we have already created. So here you can see the product list has been added. Let's drill down and observe what all are there inside this product list. So primarily, whatever we have configured at a data type level, those are the same ones that we come here as well. So the options are like the primary fields as columns, and then I have added allow, edit, create, and delete, since because we wanted to do the CRUD operations, and there are other options as well. So let me save this landing page. And let's go back. So now that you have created your landing page, in the main navigation, you have to add this landing page. So the new landing page is product. Now I'm adding that product. I'm clicking on save. Now, either you can go back to the Dev Studio and launch the work portal, or in from the App Studio, you have an option to preview. So let's go ahead and click on the preview here from the App Studio. So this is how the end user portal will look like. So our application name, since I'm an admin, it comes as an A here. And now, like I said, in the main navigation, we have 4 tabs already given: home, my work, explore data, and dashboards. Now we have added one more, which is product. If you click on the product, you can see the list of the products has been shown. Right now we don't have anything in it, so that's why it is coming as empty. Like I said, the primary fields for the product data type I have defined as PYGOID, name, category, and quantity. Now the other part which I said is I want to generate the GUID automatically rather than user giving. So for that, I have to go back to the Dev Studio and make a simple configuration in the savable data page. So here, if you see a savable data page, we have a lookup and then we have save options. So every time I'm saving, I want to create a PYGUID. For that, I'm writing one PY default data transform to set my PYGUID. So there is one more, the default PY default data transform will come up, which I'm saving as PY default again in this class. Let me apply this to this product class, and then I'll create and open it. Now I don't want all these extra things, so I'll just disable them or I'll delete them, and then I'll just set the PYGUID. And I want to generate it uniquely every time, so I'll just use one simple function over here, which I put it in my notes. Now for the prefix, I'll just use PR since it is product. This function will generate a unique ID every time when we save this product into the database. Right now, I'll save this one as well. So this will create the PY default. This every time the database save happens, this PY default gets called and the PYGUID gets generated. So why I want to generate PYGUID by myself is like, if you allow Pega to generate a PYGUID, it creates something like UETR, which is non-readable by a human. So that's why I wanted to have something specific for my product. So now let's go back to the App Studio. And let me refresh this. Now let's try to add one product. My product name is t-shirt, quantity is 300, and the category is fashion. Submit it. So as you can see, one entry has been added, PR2 with global unique ID t-shirt, and the category is fashion and 300. Let me add one more, air cooler, quantity 10, and the category is electronics. There is one more getting added, and then let me do the laptop, quantity 100, and then it is electronics, right? So the create is working fine. Let's try to do the edit. So here from the three dots you can see the edit. So I have created laptop. Now I will change this to refrigerator, right? And I'll update it. So as you can see, the name laptop has been updated to refrigerator. And now let's try to do the delete. So that is also working fine. So the motto of this video is complete. So what we have done here is we have created a new application, and then we have created a new data type, and the data pages that are created, we made them into API, and then we have given the list view, and then the edit view, and the create view, and then we have created one new landing page, and then we have added to the main navigation, and then when we launch the portal, we would able to see the list of the products, and then we are able to edit and we are able to create. So that's all for this demo. Thank you for watching.